5287. And there's one more. All right, let me call it again. It's 2024 CR 2118, 2024 CR 2119, 2024 CR 0459, and 2020 CR 5287. State of Texas versus Mel Solis. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason here.
Defense.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Trey for Mel Solis.
And are you Mr. Solis?
Morning.
All right, we're here for sentencing. The defendant entered a plea to count 2 and the cause number ending in 2118. According to that plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 years. The state is opposing your application. There are certain items that are being taken in consideration and all cases are running concurrently. And the case number ending in 2119, the defendant entered a plea in count 2. And according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 years. And in 2024, CR 0459, according to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 10 years. And in cause number 2020 CR 5287, the defendant entered pleas of true to a violation of conditions 1, 2, and 5. The court found those allegations true. And according to the sentencing in that case, there is no agreement, but the court could sentence you up to 3 years in prison. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor, I reviewed that with Mr. Solis.
All right, any objections?
No, Your Honor, not from the state.
I have one minor, it looks like a clerical objection, Your Honor.
Yes.
If you, sorry, I'm looking at the tab. Page 8, under the narrative,
Yes.
Mr. Solis is not an African-American male.
I was wondering that because of what it said based upon who they said his parents were.
Correct.
But hey, all right. Yes.
Your Honor, just by way of background, so we were here in January 8th, 2024 on the MTR. And that's when Misael entered a plea of true to one of the violations of the conditions alleged. And we noted to the court on the 18th of January that according to probation's recommendation, probation was recommending to extend 1 year and then conditions to include state ISF, substance abuse track, followed by ISP supervision and a cognitive behavioral course. And Mr. Solis spoke to you directly, and I spoke to you on his behalf. And we were asking the court to do that. And Mr. Solis requested help and treatment. And the court wanted to know at that time, before the court made a decision on the probation violation about these other new number 1s that were listed in the MPR. What the state told the court is that they weren't ready to proceed on those because they were waiting on lab reports and they were waiting on indictments. And so we were unable to resolve those other pending new number 1 cases that were on the court's docket. So what the court did is extended the hearing, and we did that several times between January and today. And eventually what happened is the state was able to get the lab reports. The state was able to get indictments returned. And it was the last court date, which I believe April 20. Did is we offered the court a plea bargain agreement on the new case.
Yes.
So that's what the court described in the court called the case a few minutes ago. At that time, what the court said is, what we're going to do is we're going to send this to the probation department to decide and a cap evaluation, which the court has noted. And so I will again note for the court that probation again is recommending what I just said, the state ISF program a TAP evaluation has been done. And there's actually another alternative in there, to be a less restrictive residential patient accommodation. Well, on his behalf, I wanted to note for the court, and I'll just proffer this evidence. He has his brother Emmanuel in the court. Will you stand up, Emmanuel? He has his mother Martha in the court. Will you stand up now? Yes. He has three family friends, one of whom is a potential employer and a former employer. Louis, will you stand up? Sylvia, will you stand up? Yes, sir. Thank you. So, Judge, in talking to Mr. Solis about what he wanted to put here at his sentencing, I asked him.
You can be seated. Thank you so much for coming down.
I asked him that the court would want to see what kind of family support he has. The court is going to consider the residential program, which he's asking you for. He asked you for that at the January hearing. He asked you for that at the April hearing. He gave you some of his background, although it was limited. But I wanted you to see that he has really great family support stepped up. It's coming from his brother Emmanuel. He's a law-abiding citizen. He is in support of his brother being on the right track. His mother is very supportive. She loves her son, and she wants her son to have the treatment and the help that he needs. And his employer, Louis, is here. That would be his boss. He's formally employed ECIL, and is here to tell the court that he has employment waiting at the point where that would be appropriate. I think in the PSI, ECIL, in his statements to the probation, has been very intelligent, very honest, and admitting to what his problems are. The CAP evaluation is very accurate. You can see there's an extensive drug use history. A little bit about how he got here, Judge. He was, as you know, he was in prison for a period of time. He was released on parole, and then pretty shortly thereafter, he was arrested for the offenses that are before the court and the probation violation. He tells me he was not ready to re-enter the community. He fell back into the same patterns that he had, and he's, according to the PSI, they're saying that he's in the contemptible phase, and I think he has made contemptibly the right, knows the right course of action, and so now it's the next step of actually doing those things. I think he's ready to do those things. He's concerned about his father's health. He's concerned about his daughter, his 12-year-old daughter. He's 31 years old, and he's ready for a change in his life. And what he's done is, I felt this was exemplary as well, Your Honor. He didn't want to stumble with his words, and I know you're going to want to talk to him. A short letter to the court, I think.
Any objections to the court reviewing the letter?
No objection. It tells you where he is in his feelings and his thoughts about this hearing.
All right.
So, and I'll let MECIL address the court and ask the court what he'd like the court to do and why.
All right. If you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Mel Solis.
All right. What would you like to say?
Ms. Boyd, I just want to ask for help. I don't feel like going back to prison is going to change me. I spent the past 8 years in prison and missed out on a big chunk of my little girl's life. And right now she's 12, going on 13. And I feel like right now it's the time that she really, really needs me there. You know, and I know she needs me as a child, but right now she really needs that guidance and support.
All right. So I can tell you right now, this is what I don't understand. In this court, anybody who has an issue, I always tell them, if there's an issue, talk to probation. If you feel as though probation is not addressing it, you can always come to court. I will tell you right now, it is rare if anybody thinks prison is the place for them. Even people who are charged with murder, many times they don't think, they're like, prison is not the place for me. I'm not going to learn anything for prison. But sometimes that's where we are. So I want you to explain to me, if you had a drug or alcohol issue going on in your world, why didn't you talk to probation before all of this happened? Or why didn't you come back to the court? Because we're always here. I always tell everybody we're here throughout the week, except on holidays and weekends.
When I was on probation, I was still in Houston. I was at a halfway house in Houston.
Mhm.
And I was working, I had a job, but when I got kicked out of the halfway house, I got sentenced back to San Antonio. And coming back to San Antonio, I don't feel like it's good for me. It's I feel like it's better for me to be away from here, you know, because like I told you, my lawyer, we fall back into same things, the people, places, and things. And I feel like that's detrimental to me, you know, right there, the people, places, and things.
Let me see something here.
What's gonna stop you from court did this? Got you the help you need. What's gonna stop you from going back to these people, places, and things?
I know this is the last road. This is the last chance. This is it. No, there's never been anything else after this. And I want to be successful. I don't want to help the people out. It's been helping me this whole time.
And see, here's the thing I want you to understand. When I place people on probation, I want them to be successful. And I was looking back at this case that you're on probation for. The state recommended probation. And honestly, even though looking at your history, I see your history is littered with drug cases, right? Some with intent to deliver, some with possession. So I do understand that you probably have a drug problem. But with regards to the state recommending you to have probation on that evading case, I could have said, no, I'm not accepting this. I don't think it's appropriate. But I took a chance. And the reason why I took a chance is because I believe everybody's a human being. If I think it's appropriate for someone to have probation and at the same time protect the community, I'll do it. I want people to be successful. I want you to be in your daughter's life. But you've made some choices that are not good choices. The choices you made in each of these cases, and I always reread everything. You made a choice with these drugs, right? You made a choice to evade. You didn't pull over. There's so much going on. You've been to prison before. And now you come to me and you say, I'm ready to change. So what I can tell you is I don't think probation is appropriate for you. I understand probation's recommendation. Probation?
Ask him one thing, Judge.
Sure, I just want to see what your recommendation is as it states. And when I say your recommendation, I mean the person who interviewed them, their recommendation is what it is. Is that correct?
That is. One second.
And I believe their recommendation is saying that if the court were to grant your application, then they're asking for these different types of treatments potentially.
That is correct. If the court
Grants.
correct.
All right. And you wanted to ask another question, counsel?
Right, Judge. DCL, have you ever had, and I reviewed with you the TAP evaluation, which is again in alignment with him needing extensive treatment,
Mhm.
recommending what the court sees. I've described the two alternatives, which are residential treatment for DCL. Have you ever had residential treatment for substance abuse? As in, you're going to be residential, you're going to be on probation, residential treatment for drug abuse.
I have been on probation for 4 years.
Right, but have you received residential treatment?
No.
Okay. You've never been in a residential treatment program. And the court noted and has noted that your history is quite extensive with substance abuse, but you've never had residential treatment for that substance abuse. Is that correct?
Yes.
And are you motivated? Judge Boyd is looking at his record very carefully. Are you motivated to do the residential and to show her? And, you know, she could, if you didn't do that residential, she could bring you back. Send you upriver and send you upriver, so to speak. And you could be looking at more time than what's in your plea agreement.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
All right. And state you're opposed.
Yes.
All right. Mr. Solis, I want you to know that I internalize everything that everyone says. I believe everybody is a human being. And sometimes people will ask me, well, how can you do that? And it's because whenever I see people before me, I'm always wondering what happened in a point in their life where they went left and they should have went right, or they went right and they should have went left. So I see everybody as individuals, and I never make up my mind about a case and what I'm going to do with the case until I hear the individual before me. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to deny your applications. And cause number 2020 CR 5287, the court is going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 0459 and 2024 CR 2119 and 2024 CR 2118. I'll recommend the therapeutic community for you. I have no authority to force them to place you in the program, but I know if you don't ask for it, they won't place you. And in cause number 2024 CR 2119, I'm going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 2118, 2024 CR 0459, 2020 CR 5287. Take in consideration 2024 CR 2120, 2024 CR 2121, 2024 CR 0459, and I'll suggest the therapeutic community. They're saying there's a laboratory cost for drug testing of $790. Any objections to the court including that?
He's indigent, so we'd like the court to take that into consideration, and I am appointed.
All right, there's to be restitution of $790 to the Bear County Laboratory for testing. And in cause number 2024 CR 0459, court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served, run concurrent with 2020 CR 5287, 2024 CR 2118, 2024 CR 2119, take in consideration 2024 CR 2121, 2024 CR 2120, 2024 CR 0458, and I'll recommend the therapeutic community. And 2024 CR 2118, court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 2119, 2020 CR 5287, take in consideration 2024 CR 0458, 2024 CR 2121, 2024 CR 2120, and I'll request the therapeutic community. In each of the cause numbers, did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your counsel? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
In each of these cause numbers, because there was a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. I know you have a young daughter, and by the time you're released, your daughter is probably going to be heavily into her teenage years. Once you're released from prison, you can't go to the home and act as though you're in charge and you're the father. You understand? Because you've been away. Now, when you're released from prison, if you have trouble finding a place that can help you with drug treatment, as they say, God willing and the creek don't rise. If I'm here, you can always come back here and I will find a treatment place for you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you. And you should be appreciative that your family came, okay?
Thank
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. On Louis Thompson Fletcher. Norma, can we recall this, please? Since Louis Thompson Fletcher defense counsel is in trial.
Yes, ma'am. You said on Thursday.
All right, so we'll bring it back on the 18th. Christian, I'm sorry, Cherish Japer Ward. Come forward. Where is she?
She's in the box.
All right, Miss Ward, if you'll come forward.
I believe the name is.
Oh, it says Cherish on here. So,
Sister.